It's never about proving people wrong, it's about proving myself right. And I always know it's something else I can do, it's something else I can get better at. The fact that I'm able to still play something that I love at 8 years old, at 24 is a blessing.
You was on that Monica Wright, that Love and Basketball anchor
I
tip,
hate that movie.
You don't like the movie?
I hate that movie.
You ever met Candice Walker?
I was talking trash to him first time I met him.
Whoa.
We had to be up at like 5 o'clock the next morning going Good Morning America, and then we all went on Good Morning America in the same clothes we went to the game.
What is it like being on a team with stud buds?
Why I knew you was about to ask me that. They had just came off winning the championship, and it was like, you know, you about to play LSU, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, man, only difference between us and LSU is that we got Colorado across our chest and they got LSU across their chest.
When you're not traveling and you're kind of to yourself, how do you not fall into a funk?
Who said I didn't? I never wanted to be one of those people, one of those athletes who, when the ball stopped bouncing, I lost my sense of identity. I hate feeling stuck. I hate being stuck. I just don't. The word stuck really makes me cringe.
Well, people call me stuck, so.
You good though. You good people. But yeah, we went there and we lost by 60, 70.
70 points.
Your hard work finally kind of paid off in a sense. And everything I had been through that year, because I got cut, re-signed, I didn't get drafted, made it through. So it was just like, wow, like, God is amazing.
What are your thoughts when it comes to the CBA agreement and what you guys feel like you need to be paid?
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like.
What's going on?
What's up,
Justin, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How you been?
Doing good, how you doing?
Surviving.
Yeah. Do we need to get her a chair? I'm gonna go ahead and get this photo first.
Yep.
Should be good.
Welcome back to the Stuck in My Thoughts podcast. As always, I'm your host, Justin Stuckey. It's the place you want to be to hear a one-of-a-kind POV. And today's point of view comes from a WNBA champion. She's an Alabama native, 205, and I'm so excited to have her on the show as the first episode in 2026. So welcome to the show, Ms. Jaylyn Sherrod. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Number one, I like to be completely transparent and real on my show. I just thank you for the time. You have so much stuff going on right now with the family, and getting ready to go to Nashville coming up soon. So just number one, like, how are you doing? I like to show people that you are still real at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. I'm smooth. I mean, it's a blessing to be here every day, you know, so it is what it is. Life throw you a lot of things, so I feel like, you know, you got to keep one foot in front of the other and keep it pushing, but I feel good.
Yeah, we won't get too into detail about the family situation, but family seems to be important to you, and you being from Birmingham, everybody knows everybody. It's a close-knit family. You're not in to where you are right now by yourself. You didn't get here by yourself. Just growing up, what are some of those earliest memories just being surrounded by family and your upbringing in general?
I mean, I came from a pretty big family on both sides, so I grew up with the cousins and the grandmas, and you were at their house over the weekends type, and my family still to this day, we do a family reunion every year, come together, see each other. So family's always been big, family's always been important. It's a big foundational piece of who I am as a person. So I would definitely say it's, I mean, since I could remember, my family was showing up. So they show up in ways too, but I love them.
Yeah, you guys had the cookouts and everything?
Always.
Are you the cooker or are you the eater?
I'm the pray I can make it.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I don't get to go a lot of times. But when I do go, I like to have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that your mom was very big about academics, like always pushing the academics on you. Growing up in that setting where it's all talked about, you need to have good grades, you need to be good in school, how did you venture into the sports side of things?
Honestly, it started when I was the only girl in my neighborhood. I stay in a circle, a little cul-de-sac. So I was the only girl in the neighborhood, and I had neighbors, and it was 3 sets of boys, and the youngest was around my age, and we would go outside and we would just hoop with them. And when I first started playing, I didn't know nothing about basketball. I was just going outside. You know, kids don't go outside no more, but
they need to go outside.
I was just going outside. So to go hoop. So it started from there. And then one day my uncle used to hoop. He had a bad injury before college, but he was actually going to go to Auburn. And he saw me one day outside hooping, and he told my mom, you need to put her on an organized basketball team. And that was when I was like 8 or 9. So it just went from there. But honestly, I was just going outside to play.
Yeah.
And it just kind of started from there.
When do you realize, okay, I'm just out here to play, but I'm kind of nice at this basketball thing?
Believe it or not, when I was a senior in college.
It took you that long?
I didn't go to college like anybody will tell you. When I went on my visit to Colorado, I told them, like, I just want to graduate. I want to get my master's. I originally told them, like, from jump, I was like, I want to graduate in 3 years with psychology, and I want to get my master's in my 4th year. And then the next year, they took away the psychology program, so I switched over to sociology and philosophy. But I just knew I grew up with a single mom. I wanted to go to school for free. I didn't want to have to put nothing on her. I had no burdens to pay for school. So honestly, it was like basketball is my way to get to college. And then when I got to like a senior in college, it was like, oh, they talking about drafts and I'm on draft boards. And I was like, oh, this for real.
Yeah, it's waking up.
Like, okay.
I feel
so,
you. Yeah, I feel you on that because you mentioned Auburn. Shout out to Auburn. Before I went to Auburn, I was at Sanford. So shout out to Sanford, but had to be an Auburn Tiger as well. But you talk about basically the means to the end. I had a lot of teammates who was like, I'm coming to college and doing this athletic thing just so I can graduate for free because you know what type of burden that financial stuff can do on your family. But when you were in high school, and I've heard you talk about it a lot when you're on these different interviews, like you didn't get to have the true senior season that everybody gets to get. You go through the injuries. Recruiting for me was difficult because you're stressed out. Like it's a stressful thing for you're 17, about to graduate at the time, trying to figure out what you're going to do for the next 4 to 5 years. When you have all that stuff going on, you're the star player, but you're really on the bench watching. You're trying to figure out where you're going to go to school, people pulling offers. How do you find all the peace amongst all that chaos?
Honestly, it's because it was never about the name to me. Like, when Colorado first called me, I couldn't tell you what Colorado was on the map. Like, tell you that straight up. Like, when they called me, me and my mom was sitting there, and we were like, yo, where is this? So from there, it kind of became, like, just about the people. I'm a people's person. I don't like transactional relationships. Never have. So I needed to be somewhere where I could be myself, but I was also with good people. Because from there, it was Colorado or Tennessee State. 2 completely opposite sides of the spectrum.
That's a definite.
But that was my top 2. It was going to go Colorado or Tennessee State.
Why Colorado?
Good people. I mean, to this day, Coach JR, I can call her right now, and she'll answer, and we'll talk. Like, she's like a second mom to me, for real. So good people. I had a coach, and Coach Shan, who really is the reason I went to Colorado. I remember when I got ejected from my high school game. I won't go into detail.
Yeah,
but I got ejected.
Yeah.
And she was my first phone call because I was like, I don't want you to hear this from nobody else first. And she was like, I understand, it's cool. Like, you got to learn, you know, it's a process. You got to learn how to control your temper. You got to learn how to control your anger. And I have a college coach pour that much time into me. And when they came on my home visit, like Colorado, a drive is 19 hours. They flew down here to meet my mom and my grandma and everybody that was important to me, and I just knew they was really, like, invested. So that's pretty much why I went.
You was on that Monica Wright, that Love and Basketball anchor
I
channel.
hate that movie.
You don't like the movie?
I hate that movie.
Why you don't like Love and Basketball?
I mean, I just don't think the overall, I think it's a great movie in terms of the people and, no, I ain't even gonna lie like that. I don't like it. I was trying to find it, but I don't like that movie. You're trying to find it.
Why you don't like Love and Basketball? This is a hot take.
Because I just feel like he had every opportunity to choose her, and he still didn't.
He did her dirty.
In the end, she talking about play me for your heart. In the first point of the game, he went and dunked on her. Like,
that's a good point. I've been seeing that on. They was like, let's not get this act like it's lovey-dovey.
At all.
He did her
went
wrong.
and dunked on her.
It's okay. It's okay. They end up together in the end. It's all right.
By all means.
Anyway, you end up going to Colorado, and I've been to see you twice. I've gotten a chance to see the prime experience at the football games and stuff. But I will say, going up there,
couldn't breathe.
It's a lot of good views. But if it's not snowing, it's still white. It's a big culture shock up there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What was the culture shock with you going from Birmingham, Alabama to Boulder, Colorado?
Honestly, it wasn't that big of a change because I'm an only child, so being by myself really didn't bother me. It was the food.
The food?
The food, yeah, because they not eating like that up there. Mm-hmm. So like finding places to eat, finding spots that I could really like go for some comfort type feels, comfort type food. That was probably the biggest thing. But other than that, I mean, Boulder's a very liberal, free, hippie place. Like people they're good people. They don't care. They're very carefree. They're very free spirited. Like you can really be yourself there and won't nobody pay you no mind because everybody really being themselves anyway.
Yeah.
So I love it though. I love it.
You said you're not big on the transactional relationships.
Right.
Seems like loyalty to you. I've heard you talk about how when everybody was pulling the scholarships, Colorado stayed. You were big about them showing that love to you. In today's college athletics, that's not the case at all. Why is loyalty so important to you? And why couldn't the dollar amount pull you away?
It almost did.
It almost
did.
Were you about to go somewhere else?
I thought about it.
Where were you thinking about going? You're a legend now at Colorado, so you can say it. I mean, you stuck out with
Tennessee was just my dream school growing up. Candice Parker was my favorite player, so if I had the opportunity to go to Tennessee.
You ever met Candice Parker?
Yeah, I did.
What was that like?
I was talking trash to her first time I met her.
Whoa.
We was about to play LSU, and she was like, they had just came off winning the championship, and it was like, you know, you about to play LSU, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, man, only difference between us and LSU is that we got Colorado across our chest, and they got LSU across their chest.
I like that.
That's just how we was, though. That's just how we was wired, because we was underdogs in everything we did. So it's like, didn't nobody think we was going to win that game but us. So
when you get to the point where, like you said, we the underdogs, you hear people talk about we're a bunch of misfits, like all around one common goal. Do you always have that chip on your shoulder? Do you feel like that'll ever go away?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not about proving people wrong, it's about proving myself right. So it's just like, that's just how I walk in rooms. Like, you ain't got, like, I can walk in a room and everybody can be rooting for me, and I'm still gonna psych myself out to say it's somebody in here that I just, I gotta, it's just somebody.
Yeah.
That's just how I'm wired though, because that's how I was my whole life, and that's kind of my mentality with everything I do. Like I said, it's never about proving people wrong, it's about proving myself right. And I always know it's something else I can do, it's something else I can get better at. It's something else that I want to be better at, whether that's basketball, life, woman, family member, whatever. So I just try to like always carry that with me, because you can always be better as a person. Even if it's 1%, I can always get better.
Do you feel like you've always had that, or was it people in your life instilling that in you? Because with me, I know the way I am now, I wasn't always like that. It took some things to develop me into that.
I would say, yeah, some things that happened that kind of formulated that. But I think I've always kind of been wired like that. Like, I remember when I was in middle school, I got into 2 of the middle school, Birmingham City schools that you had to test into to get into. But I had applied in the 2nd grade to go to one of them, and they didn't accept me. So I was like, no, I'm not going there. In the 6th grade, what they told me no in the 2nd grade. Like, I just carry stuff with me, because it's like, why would I go now? You ain't want me.
You ain't want me then.
In the 2nd grade, which is insane, because I
that was a long time.
Exactly.
It's okay.
But that's just how it was. And then every time we played them, every time it was just like, you added fuel to the bag. So now I got to go out there and just take that with me.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, I don't know. I just kind of always move like that.
I don't mind the underdog story. I root for the underdog more than I do the top dog.
Yeah.
But at some point, I always wonder, when you become, get through the ranks and continue to fight despite all the doubt, do you ever look up and be like, dang, I'm at the top at this point, Because your CU career, I mean, you came in there, I guess uncertain, and then y'all just changed the culture, 2 Sweet 16s? Like, y'all left a legacy. Like, at that point, did you look back and be like, dang, like, I'm proud of what I left?
Yeah, I think that's something recently that I've had to learn how to do, is kind of like be where my feet are and realize, like, to stand in moments. Because I think a lot of moments in Colorado, I didn't live in them. It was just always the next thing, always the next mission, always what's next. Whereas now I'm more so trying to be where my feet are at all times and really being in moments, because just, like, it ain't gonna last forever. And anything can happen. So I try to really be in the moment and be where my feet are. And I think that first year in New York really taught me that, especially winning the championship, and just how much, like, everything kind of came full circle with that. It really taught me, like, you gotta be able to accept your blessings and stand in them and not worry about, okay, what's next? Because sometimes when you're not standing in your blessings, it kind of gave me that sense of almost like I was being ungrateful. And I never want to be ungrateful for anything that I have or anything I'm blessed with. So I kind of had to sit in things and really, like, take a breath, smell your flowers, and then once that's out the way, and cookies and rainbows, and we can move on to the next thing.
Yeah, that's important, and I'm glad you said that because I have to remind myself of that, like, be where your feet are, because in today's society, you're thinking about the next thing. People say don't compare, but it's kind of hard. Like, okay, this person's pushing, I got to keep pushing.
Right.
And trying to understand everybody's journey isn't the same. Even you coming out of Colorado, you said, okay, I'm starting to realize I'm like that. I'm on draft boards, but then you don't get drafted. At that point in time, are you thinking overseas? Are you thinking what's next? Like, is this 5 years worth it? Like, at that point, like, what are you thinking when you don't hear your name called?
I think I signed to New York either that night or the next day. So I kind of had to sit in it. I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the moments I cried in the car after that one. I cried in the car after not hearing my name get called on draft night. And then I let it out, and my agent called me. He was like, you got this option, this option, this option, what you want to do? And I was like, let's go to New York. And so at that point, it was just about getting ready and getting prepared, because, you know, once you finish your college career, you got maybe 2 weeks before you're thrown into the W.
I don't like that about the W.
It's insane. It's insane. So you got such a quick turnaround that it was like, all right, what's next? And then it had lit a fire under me so bad that it was just like, all right, let's just go out there and do you be Jaylyn. And either they gonna like it or they not. And you can roll with it. But at least put yourself in a good position where you know your name is in conversations when you leave out of here.
Yeah, we've had previous guests on the show, and as they went into that process, they didn't hear their names called. And when they were going into the training camps and stuff, they weren't really, you know, you're not the top person. You know, you may get like skimpy reps or coaches may not look your way. And when you're in the building and you know, okay, I wasn't their first choice, they had an opportunity to pick me, what's the mindset and what's the focus to where, you know, you're showing that you're gunning, but you also don't want to be like a butthole at the same time to nobody in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, or are you a butthole to people in the building?
I don't think I'm a butthole.
You know, you're nice so far what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I know if I'm not getting drafted and then they call me, like you said, them people pass up on you, I'm trying to show everything I got.
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of that, but it's also, you know, you're trying to learn as much as possible, too, because the W is such a league of opportunity. So it's like, even if it don't work in New York, LA could call you right after that and be like, all right, we want you. It just moves so fast, and there's always so many changing pieces that you don't really get to soak in what didn't happen. You're more happy that you're in the room with who you in the room with. Because, I mean, for me, it's like, as long as I can get my foot in the door, you already messed up.
Yeah.
Because you didn't let me in the room.
So and then a pinky toe in that mug, I'm turning up.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And then you turn around, you let me taste what it like. I'm here, and I'm playing with Breonna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu and Jonquel Jones, and it's like, bro, at this point, all I gotta do is my job, and if I do my job, that's good enough. And honestly, no lie, that's all I did. And you know, officially, I mean, it started out I got cut initially, and then they called me back, and I was on the team the rest of the season. It was like, honestly, that came from nothing but 2 weeks of just being me. Yeah. And they was like, all right, we want you back, which is a blessing because, you know, a lot of people don't get the opportunity. And the league is also so finicky to the point where most teams can only carry 11. They can't carry a full roster of 12 because of how our contracts were the past 2 years. So it's just about staying ready. And because I also, once I got cut from training camp, I could have went home and soaked and cried. And when they called me in June, not be prepared. And if I go out there not prepared off an opportunity that he giving me again, it ain't nobody's fault but mine. Yeah. So it was just always about staying prepared and just the preparation, because like I said, all you need is a foot in the door. Yeah.
It was that term, stay ready so you got to get ready.
Always.
Type of deal. What's the realization once you go through those phases where undrafted, get picked up, cut, back picked up, you can sit and be like, dang, I am a pro. Like, you're in that less than 1%. You always hear the people, when you have a dream, they're like, you know, it's less than 1%. But now you're living that, like, that is your job. Like, what is the reality, when does that reality set in?
I have my moments, honestly. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I'm playing a kid's game. And the fact that I'm able to still play something that I love at 8 years old, at 24 is a blessing. So I have my moments. I also have my moments where I'm like, yo, there's no way this is my life. Like, this is crazy. The rooms basketball has allowed me to be in, and the people and the kids that I've been able to touch and bless and be around and come back home and do camps and have 150 kids in the gym with me. Like, it's so much more bigger than me. And I think that's something I've always known. Like, the life that I live isn't just for me. And if it was, then I would be, if I put it like that, it would be selfish of me to do that. Because it's a kid walking around right now that I might not even know. That's like, hey, she's from here, she's from Pratt City. We went to the same middle school, we went to the same high school. Why can't I do what she do? And so that's what really keeps me going, because it's a grind. Like, it gets tiring. Like, working out every day, all times a day for hours at a time. Because also basketball is a humbling game. Like, it humbles you quickly, because you'll get to a level where you think you're great, and then you get thrown into the fire to W, and it's like you're a rookie, you're a freshman all over again type. So I think, yeah, I have my moments for sure, where it's like, okay, I'm walking in who I am, I'm walking in, you know, what I do, but at times it's also like, yo, this is a little insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
You really doing stuff like this is crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing for sure. And like you said, living in the present, trying to take that time to realize how far you come. But you talk about the humbling moments. Go back to college. Heard your first Pac-12 game was a big humbling moment. What happened in that?
We played Oregon, who was either Oregon or South Carolina. I won't get into that. Who was going to win the championship that year before COVID happened, but it was going to be Oregon or South Carolina.
That's a big debate. I like that.
Yeah, it's a huge debate. But one of them, because I didn't go to neither one, so it don't got nothing to do with me. But we played Oregon, and they had Sabrina, they had Satu, they had Ruthie. Mignon was on that team at the time. I'm trying to figure out who else was on that team.
Straight ballers.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Like,
they were different.
Satu is a 6'3" guard, and I feel like 6'4" maybe. And I feel like people don't realize, like, she has genuine, like, true ball skills as 6'4". That's insane. So in college at that.
How tall are you to get the people up for?
5'7".
5'7", 6'4".
I mean, forget Satu. We still had Sabrina, who was a walking triple-double at the time, too, at Oregon. So,
Yeah.
But, yeah, we went there and we lost by 60, 70.
70 points.
70?
What's the coach's message at halftime what were you down at half?
I don't remember.
Just try to blank all that out.
No, honestly, that was my first Pac-12 game, so I didn't really know what to expect, you know, walking in there. Because also, like, I'm from here. When we say SC, we talking about South Carolina. On that side, they say SC, they talking about USC from California. So it's like, man, like, I'm walking in, like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know these folks.
Yeah.
Like, that was my first time being in Oregon. Like, I ain't never been to that side of the country. So it was kind of like, it is what it is. So when we got there and we was, like, losing by 60, and it's a crowd full of people, and they sing and shout, screaming at you, it was like, yo, this is for real.
This
like,
is different.
They out here hooping for real. And I remember, I don't know what Coach Jay said at halftime, but I remember after the game, a reporter came to me and was like, so your first Pac-12, blah, blah, blah. And I said, they got to come back to Colorado. Because it's like that don't bother me. Like, the year before I got there, Colorado won 2 games. So it ain't like we going here to here to here to here every year. It wasn't going to get fixed overnight. So it was kind of like, and winning is a habit too. And I feel like people don't really realize that. As much as losing is a habit and everything else, winning is a habit too. So we had to create those habits, and we did over the year. But in year 1, we lost by 60. Somebody else lost by 90. It could always be worse. So
I feel that.
that's kind of how I looked at that.
Yeah, and then y'all just kept on building, which I appreciated.
Every year. Yeah, I never had a losing season in Colorado.
Dang.
Ever.
You a legend over there too. I've seen a lot of interviews, a lot of recognition. You also got 3 degrees. How are you able to continue that academic prowess when athletic prowess is going crazy? I know they use the term student athlete, but you're athlete first. Like, the moment you wake up at school, you're doing stuff related to athletics first.
Right.
Why was it, number one, important for you to do all that? And then how did you do all of that?
It was important because it was something that I feel like my mom had really just instilled in me at a young age. Like I said, my mom was valedictorian, summa cum laude. She was just all of that. So
she would like that.
Oh, yeah. And then I got a cousin who did the same exact thing. So it was just kind of like, you ain't got no choice, big dog. You know, like, I was one of them, like, my mama sat me down one time from playing. It wasn't even about grades. I probably think it was about my attitude, if I'm being honest. But I just had that type of mama who was like, this basketball stuff cute, but remember, you know, what's really important at the end of the day. So, I think for the most part it was really from my mom, and it was just about knowing, like, I never wanted to be one of those people, one of those athletes who, when the ball stopped bouncing, I lost my sense of identity. I never wanted to be in that situation where, you know, God forbid something happened, and then I'm like, what do I do now? I always wanted to give myself options. I always wanted to have a path for myself, just in case something happened, because you never know. And so I just never, I hate being stuck. I hate feeling stuck. I hate being stuck. I just don't, the word stuck really makes me cringe.
Well, people call me stuck, so.
You good though, you good
Yeah.
people. But I just don't like being stuck. So
In the
I
same
just wanted
place.
to give myself so many different options. And I just wanted to push myself. And two, when you had the opportunity to get it for free, why not?
Yeah.
Like, it's free. And can't nobody take it from you when you got it. But it was, I hate to say it in this way, but COVID was probably the best thing that happened to me academically. Because then I just breezed through online classes. Like, I was taking 7 classes a semester at one point. And I also had hip surgery in 2021. So that kind of deaded all the basketball, and I wasn't traveling on road trips because you don't travel when you injured, you know, unless it's like Pac-12s or conference time. So I ain't got nothing to do. Why not?
COVID was a time for a lot of people where it was either really, really good or really, really bad. And it was a lot of opportunities for different things. When you're not traveling and you're kind of to yourself, how do you not fall into a funk?
Who said I didn't?
Oh, did you? Like, well,
Yeah, I was really angry after that hip surgery because I didn't want to have it. But my mom and my trainer sat with me for like 3 hours on the phone one day. And I remember I was sitting on my steps at my house in Colorado, and I was just like, bro, like, we had just came off, like, we was taking off. And I remember my last game we played number 1 team in the country. They were Stanford at the time, and we beat them. And that was my last game before surgery. That game was on Sunday. I had surgery on Tuesday, and I was so mad because I'm like, bro, we just beat the number 1 team in the country, and I'm finna go have to sit down. Like, that's crazy. But honestly, my mom came up there, my dad came up there, and they stayed with me for like a month. And they just ain't let me soak in it. Like, they let me be sad for a couple days, but it was all right, you gotta go rehab, all right, you gotta go therapy. All right, you know, your teammates still need you. You gotta still show up to practice. You still gotta, you know, be around. And I just never wanna be that negative energy, you know? Like, I had a coach that always said, you either positive or negative. That's how a battery works. And so I just never wanted to be negative. So even if I had to fake it and go home and cry after, I was gonna fake it. Because it's like, I don't want to be the reason the team isn't being successful, because I can't do nothing on the court, no way. Don't be a leech off the court either, you know. So it was a process though. But when I started being able to run again, I took off with it.
yeah, I love
took
that.
off with it.
Did you like fully embrace that therapy and that process?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Because I also was able to come back home and do a lot of my therapy, and then I got with Coach O. And so it was just more so like I said, I don't know, I run off hunger. It was a drive, it was a fire lit under me to be like, all right. Because now in hindsight, it was like, I feel good now, I'm not in pain no more. Like, it was the point, I couldn't drive 15 minutes without being in pain. I couldn't sit down past 10 minutes without having to get up. Flights were the absolute worst for about 2 years straight, because I just really, what people don't know about that type of hip injury, it hurts more to not do anything. Because when you're moving and adrenaline going, it's all cool, but when you're just sitting down dormant, oh my goodness, it's the worst pain ever. So when I got back, I was able to get on my own feet and move, and I was excited just to ride a bike. So it was good though, it was good.
Nice. You said you guys beat Stanford number 1. Is that when they had Brink in them?
Was Cam there yet? Maybe. Maybe.
The reason I asked that, because I heard that her and Caitlin Clark were big trash talkers that you played against.
Cameron. Can't talk for sure, especially at Stanford. But I mean, I would too.
Oh,
I
you
was
trash?
sick.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay. I love the competitive nature. I love the trash talking out there. Who do you think, if you were to give me top 3, like the best players you played against in college, who would those 3 be?
In college.
In college.
I'm not going to name Caitlin Clark or Cameron Brink because you already threw them out there.
Sorry, y'all. Throw them out. Give me 3 more.
The hardest player I ever had to guard in college was Zyia James at NC State. She is insanely quick, and she's a lefty, so that makes it even harder. And the kid's just good, and she plays defense. I really like that kid. I gotta throw Sanaya in there too. Then that's the homie, but that was a tough game. That was our first loss of the season at that point too. And then who else did I play? Oh, you got me over here thinking about who I played in college.
That's what I like to do. I like to have you thinking, stuck in your thoughts.
Oh my goodness, Alyssa Peely.
Oh.
Alyssa Peely, bro. I gotta throw out P. That's my
nice.
dog,
Nice.
man. I never had to guard her though.
Okay. But you know
when
she
you
can
mean
ball.
tough, man. I mean, one game, I think it was my career high. I had like 34, and then she turned around and had like 29. We was out there battling, bro.
Yeah.
Like we had some good games together. And I'm gonna say Juju too.
I'm ready to see her get back on the court soon.
Yeah, I like that kid a lot.
Yeah, she seems to have a good heart and she can ball. That's what I appreciate.
And she's genuinely 6'1" point guard.
See, that's the thing.
She's a true 6'1".
I gotta see her in person. I haven't seen her in person yet.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Yeah, y'all about the same height.
Yeah, like girls look taller anyway, so I gotta see that.
No, y'all about the same height.
That's crazy.
And she's a point guard. And I'm 5'7" as a point guard.
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
That's
she
different.
cool though.
What's it like winning a WNBA championship, let alone, was it on your birthday or it turned into your birthday?
It turned into.
Turned into your birthday. Can you just take me through that, let me just say 6 hours, game to post game? Like what's going on? Because I see the NBA championships, Super Bowls. What's the W like when you win the ship?
Insane. The game, I'm not gonna lie, I was that person probably sitting on the bench with a towel over my head praying because it was just so much like nerves, and it was just nerve-wracking, and it was just so much going on, and it was a sold-out arena, and we in Brooklyn, and New York has one of the greatest fan bases ever. Mm-hmm. They really love basketball out there as a city, all 5 boroughs. So it was packed, and I don't really remember what happened between the first and the fourth quarter. I know Stewie missed 2 free throws, came back, made 2 free throws, went to overtime, and then Nene turned up and flipped the whole game around. She got a steal off her inbound and took off with it and scored, and then Leo hit the 3. Wow, I actually remember more than as I'm talking about it now. But when the buzzer went off, I didn't go celebrate. I sat on the bench and I started crying. No cap. Like, I had to have a coach and my teammate come over and grab me to bring me to the center. Because it was just like, bro, like, that's the stuff you dream about as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just one of the moments where I was like, wow. Because it was like I always got so close. I had got the conference championships. I can go to high school. I mean, we got to state twice, and we lost off a bad foul with 3.9 seconds left in the game. Girl came down and made the 2 free throws, and it was over with. So it was just kind of like your hard work finally kind of paid off in a sense. And everything I had been through that year, because I had got cut, re-signed, I didn't get drafted, made it through. So it was just like, wow, like, God is amazing. I said that so much. Like, I got a clip on my phone that the WNBA posted, and it was like, bro, I wasn't even here 3 months ago. And it's just, my life just flipped and that quick, off nothing but belief and hard work, if I'm being honest. So it was crazy, but the celebration was crazy. Bottles popping, goggles on.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, celebrating, partying, crying, drinking. It was a good time, and we had to be up at like 5 o'clock the next morning going Good Morning America, and then we all went on Good Morning America in the same clothes we went to the game with.
Lord.
It was a mess.
What's up,
It was a mess.
America? We ain't going
I
to
didn't
sleep.
even say nothing. I'm standing in the background like with a hood on my head and a beanie because that's, yeah, it was a time though.
That's turned.
It
The
was
parade
a-
looked jumping too.
Oh yeah, man. I've never seen like that many people before, like in the same like streets just filled with people. And then in New York they do like the what's it called the tape that they like pour out the buildings.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It
Were
was
you
insane.
running on the street or were you on like the float thing?
Both.
Both.
I had a ball. I had a ball.
Did you document it at all?
Yeah, I had the VCS camera. I ended up doing that for Players Tribune.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
I like the Players Tribune.
Yeah, it was
I saw you on there with what's her name, Haley Jones. You did the interview. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dog.
That's what's up right there. And then, you win the championship, and then another adversity. You get waived, but it's more so like business. You know how the league goes. This year.
Yep.
Yeah, get waived, but you get picked up by the Lynx. And Lynx is cool, another contender, but my main question when I saw this, even before I knew you were going to be on the show, what is it like being on a team with stud buds?
Why did I know you was about to ask me that?
Bro, they took over the All-Star game, bro. They're hilarious.
They did. They're my dogs, man. They really, I think the crazy part about them is they genuinely are who they say they are. Like, they walk in it, they operate in it, they just are, like, they're good people. And honestly, for me, they just took care of me. Like, they took me under my wing like I had been there the whole season. Like, they knew me. And so, especially for me going from New York to Minnesota, which was already a lot because we had just beat Minnesota in the championship the year before.
Yep.
And it was dealing with, New York people were like, oh, she going to the ops. And then Minnesota like, yo, like, it was just crazy. It was crazy. And they really was just like, nah, like, you family type. And they took care of me and they really showed me like what being a vet is and how you carry yourself as a vet and also how you give back what was given to you to other people. So they're good people. I love them.
Yeah. When you get to the new situation, like they say, you go into the ops, you go into, like I said, another contender, a new situation. Is the goal the same? Is the approach the same? Like, what is the ultimate goal? Like, you're going into a new space. Like, what are you trying to prove in this lane? Do you feel like it's something different? It's always the same thing?
I'm always trying to prove myself right. Because I feel like one of my biggest things, how I hold myself accountable is to say, if I said I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. And I always say everything I say I'm going to do. That's just kind of my MO. Like I told you I was going to be here tonight. I don't like telling people and giving people my word and not standing on it because I feel like your word is all you really got at the end of the day. Yeah. So, I wouldn't say it was no different approach. Now, it was a little different in terms of I was there mid-season. They were already established. They were number one team in the league. You're not about to come in there and change, system, do nothing crazy. Like, they already know who they are, and they're successful in it. So, more so is like, okay, how can you add to that success? How can you bring what you're good at and gel it with what they're already good at? And at that point in time, like I said, they were so successful that it's like, okay, how can I just be a good teammate? How can I learn as a point guard my teammates what they need, what they like, how to talk to them, how to communicate to them? Because at that point, like, it was August. Season over in October. So it's like, like I said, you're not finna make no monumental changes to a ball club that's already, they don't need no change. They're good where they at. But it's more so like, okay, how can you look at yourself and say, what can I bring to the table to add to that? So, yeah, that was the mentality.
Obviously, I said the stud buzz were huge about being a presence during the All-Star game. Another big presence was all the players advocating for changes when it comes to pay. And I've had my own personal thoughts put out to this. You hear everybody else, but I haven't had a chance to sit down with somebody who's actually in the league. Like, what are your thoughts when it comes to the CBA agreement and what you guys feel like you need to be paid?
I mean, it's a business at the end of the day. And in order to get things done, you got to stand on what you want. If you're willing to break for anything, then they'll sell you anything. So it's really about standing together, being united, and really, like, emphasizing the points that we want as players and what we need. And, I mean, at this point, like, the league is on such a uphill trajectory that it's like, all right, it's just what comes with the business. And if if you're not really willing to invest in that or be a part of that, then you don't need to be in the business. And that's pretty much all I can say on that.
I like that. When I have my guests sit down with me, of course, like I said before we started, I don't want it to be so formal that we don't get to talking about, you as a human. You're a person in yourself. And I told you this when you first walked in, the fit was crazy. You seem to do this pretty often. What is the inspiration behind your fits? Like, how much planning goes into this?
I got on sweats and a zip up, man.
Nah, bro, but it's tough though. I saw you had a denim jacket or denim like fit. It was custom. It had like 205 stuff.
Somebody made that for me.
Okay.
Somebody made that for me. She actually works at Alabama A&M on the women's basketball staff. But she made that for me. She actually was my stylist last year too.
Okay.
So honestly, I told her, look, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. Find what you want to do and bring it to me and we can talk about it. That's kind of how I operated last year. Because I don't have a lot of time, like, to go shopping, to go actually look for things, to go actually. So it was nice to have somebody that can actually go put in that work and then we can have, a meeting or a call about it and we can go through like, oh, I like this, I don't like this. Mm-hmm. We can rock with this, I can put this with this and I, like, you kind of plan in that aspect, but on the day-to-day, I wear sweats all the time. I hate putting on clothes.
You say this sweats, but like you put it together well. It's not about how expensive something is.
I got this from Zoomies. It's not.
It's not about how expensive something is, how you put it together. And you pieced it together well. That's what I appreciated.
I feel like, you like the color coordinate.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Like, I don't know. I don't really like a lot of bright colors either. Like, I'm a very black, brown, neutral type. So I try to stick around that.
Okay. Also, notice that if I was to have speakers in here, I need somebody to be on the aux cord. You the person to go to. Like, has music always been?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like what are your earliest memories? Like, was your mom playing something and you just got hooked?
Yeah. My music taste definitely come from my mom. Music just always, like I said, I was the only child, so when London come home and I go in my room and she go in her room and that's just the night type. That's just how we operated. But it was always music playing. Like, it wasn't even on no Sunday mornings trying to clean up type vibe. It was just like Saturday mornings. It was just like always around. And like, I grew up with a lot of great aunts and uncles. My grandma got 13 siblings, so.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Big family, like she said.
Yeah, so it was like the cookouts. You hearing Johnny Taylor in the background. You hearing Down Home Blues from ZZ. So it's kind of like, it just grew on me and it stuck, and that's just kind of what I lean towards listening to. I listen to new stuff too. I love YoungBoy.
Okay, yeah. Are you Spotify or Apple Music?
Spotify.
Well, what was your rap? Like, who was some of your top artists this year?
My top artist was YoungBoy.
YoungBoy. Oh my gosh. Okay.
No cap.
I don't think YoungBoy plays with Legos, but I heard you like Legos.
I do.
How'd that start?
It just gave me something to do. I think it started when I had hip surgery, honestly, and I didn't have basketball, so I was just looking for something to do, something to learn, and then it kind of advanced from there, and it just became something that I always did. I actually haven't built a Lego set in a minute, but I was trying to graduate. I finished in December, so that kind of took priority. And then when you're in basketball season, it's hard to really get into that because you always going. You're never at home, and then when you are at home, you don't want to do nothing because our season's so condensed, so we play so many games in such a short amount of time. So.
It's 2026. Maybe we can re-up. That's a resolution. We can start.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, start something.
For sure. I got to start doing something. I don't do nothing but work out right now.
Yeah.
Hoop and work out.
Are you making the huge sets? Like, you know how to have
Yeah,
like
I've
the
made
Titanic?
some. I built the Taj Mahal before.
Okay.
What's the biggest set I've done? Probably I'm drawing a blank on his name. I'm gonna get fried for this. The Shield from the Marvel. What's his name?
Oh, look, I don't know that much about Marvel. Doctor Strange?
No, the Shield.
The Shield, Captain America?
Yeah, him.
Okay,
yeah,
see,
him.
you did this, so I thought you was.
That's the Shield. Oh, I
you know
got
what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I thought you was drawing a little thing.
I got what
okay,
you're saying.
Captain America.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing out there.
Okay, I don't know who your agent, PR people is, but y'all need to try to get a deal with Lego. Lego, if you watch this.
They sent me a Lego set for Halloween and I didn't get to do it, and I'm so sorry to them.
Yet. She didn't get to do it yet.
Yeah, I gotta make that up to them.
You gotta do that.
I was trying to graduate, man.
Priorities. Okay, I love it. All right, ask you your top 3 players you played against in college. What about the league, or who have you seen that you were like, this is different? There's
Asia
levels
Wilson.
to this. Repeat that name.
Asia Wilson. Yeah, she different for real. She in a league of her own. Playing with Stewie taught me a lot too. Playing with Fee, I mean, them top 3 right.
You've had a chance to play with some ballers and also against some ballers.
That's top 3 right there. Her. I'm gonna just give my favorite because it's hard to say because everybody tough. Like when you really sit down and look at them, you like they pros for a reason. But my top 3, I love Kelsey Mitchell.
Okay.
I think she's very underrated, but the way that like she got her shine at the end of the season because everybody was hurt on their team and she really was able to elevate. Kelsey Mitchell in the league of her own. Who else would I say? I'm going through each team in my head right now. Jackie Young is tough. Disgustingly tough, actually.
Yeah, she's nice.
And Chelsea Gray is also disgustingly tough. Like, her passes as a point guard, I'd be like, bro, what? Like, how did you even see that? But honestly, the more I play, the more I'm like, a lot of it's just, you gotta have, excuse my French, but you gotta have the balls to just do it. And once you get there and you get the confidence and you just willing to just do it and say, you know, if it's a turnover, it's a turnover. If it's a bad shot, it's a bad shot. Because honestly, it's only a bad shot if it don't go in. It's only a bad pass if it don't make it. So it's like, you gotta try some things in basketball.
Yeah. Drop your nuts and try it. That's what she's trying to say. I like it.
Pretty much.
Get the confidence up. I love that. Every time I have a guest, I always ask them, who should be the next person that comes on the show?
You talked to Sarah Ashley already.
S.A.'s been on the show.
I'm going to say Dewanna Bonner. She from here.
You know what's funny about that? We were supposed to sit down with Dewanna last week.
Yeah, I would say DB. She actually was just here. We connected like maybe 2 Sundays.
DB, hit me back on Instagram.
We
would have had it locked in. We had some good conversations.
Yeah, she cool.
Yeah, she cool. Because Auburn had the alumni weekend, so she was in town. Like I said, we missed that opportunity. But there might be another one.
Hey man, all you need is your foot in the door.
Pinky toe. That's it. All right. I also ask everybody that comes on the show. The name of the show is called Stuck in My Thoughts. What do you get stuck in your thoughts about?
It ain't no time in the day, man.
Hey, man, we on the pod. You can talk.
I would say for me, just walking in my purpose. I think, you know, sometimes because I am my only child, because I'm very reserved, it's just sometimes hard for me to walk in the path that I feel like God has for me. Not because I don't want it, but more so it just comes with some things that I don't necessarily like to deal with. I've never been a spotlight person. I've never been a person who say too many words. That's just not me. Even I can remember at Colorado, they was like, you gotta be vocal, you gotta be vocal. I'm a leader by action. I don't like to talk too much. I feel like once I get to talking, that's a problem. I shouldn't have to say too much. So I would definitely say, you know, standing in who I am and realizing that God has me where he has me for a reason. And it's my job to, 1, be grateful in that, but 2, to not fumble my blessings. And also not fumble my favor, because favor ain't fair. So why would I sit there and run away from something that, you know, obviously he keep pulling me to it because I'm still here and I'm still doing it. So it's the reason in it. And so I'm just learning how to walk in that and give myself grace too. I'm my harshest critic. So I have to learn to give myself grace, because I can't expect grace from other people if I'm not willing to give it or if I'm not willing to receive it. So definitely not.
Did you ever try to run away from the purpose?
Absolutely.
Can you go in depth on that?
Hit them knees and said, why? You know what I'm saying? But it's like I said, what really grinds me is to realize my purpose is bigger than me. So it's not me that I'm doing it for. And on them days where I'm hitting the wall, it's just like I got to remember it's not me I'm doing it for. And it's also some people I owe. And not like on some money things, but my mom was traveling all around the world, going to AAU tournaments and paying for this and paying for that. I owe her that back. And I would be doing her hard work and the money and the effort she poured into me and deserved it if I decided to walk away from something that she poured so much into. So I just try to be as selfless as possible.
The people can't see this right now, but on the other side of this wall, a lot of young girls in there getting better at the game of basketball. If you had a message to them and the goals and the journey they're about to go on, what would be your advice or what would be the message to them?
I would say this for anybody, honestly, not just them, but anybody. Never try to be perfect for imperfect people. And I think that's the biggest lesson I had to tell myself growing up and the biggest lesson I had to tell myself even now. Stop trying to be perfect for imperfect people because ain't nobody perfect in this world. And if you try to be perfect in imperfection, you're going to fail because people will never get to love you for who you really are. They're going to love you for your image, not your identity. And so I would say that because I think you can carry that with anything you do. Because once you get through the grind and you get through all the work and you get through all the social anxiety and I don't want to mess up or I don't want to be the person to fail, you realize failure is inevitable anyway. Everybody fails. If you ain't feeling it, then hey, you got something on you that I need to sit down and talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely say don't try to be perfect for imperfect people.
I love that. There's no elevation without an L. That's what I say.
Always, man.
Yeah. Well, Jay, I appreciate you taking the time. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. You've had a lot of stuff going on today. Thank you for taking time out of your day. We're wishing you and your family the best. All of you guys out there, please continue to support Jay, support Stuck in My Thoughts. 2026, about to take it to a new level. On the court, off the court. Catch y'all for the next one. Appreciate it.
You, my boy.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah.